There you are, my little Firebird. I was wondering where you'd flown off to so suddenly. I will always be drawn to you. I will always find you. How do you think I managed to bring you here in the first place? Speaking of which, how are you adjusting to life at the little palace? Is it everything you thought it would be? But what? No, it isn't nothing. If something is bothering you, I'd like for you to tell me. After all, if it's something I can fix, I'd like to be able to do so. And of course I can't do anything about it if I don't know what it is, now can I? It's just what? It feels wrong. How does it feel wrong? You feel like it's dishonest for you to be here. And why is that? We've been over this countless times, haven't we? You are more than just another Odkazatsya. You are more than what they say you are. You might not be Grisha, but you are just as powerful. Have you no understanding of that? There's no need to yell. I'm right here, and I'm listening. Tell me why you can't understand your own power. Tell me why you can't feel it in your veins, why you can't understand how many times I've explained it to you. My apologies. I scold you for raising your voice, but I do the same. I didn't mean to upset you or frighten you, little Firebird. Why do I call you that? There is something I haven't been telling you about your power, why you have it, and why it's just so extraordinary that you belong here. Come with me, would you? There's something you need to see in order to understand this. No, it's nothing that's going to scar you for life, unlike the Shadowfold, and I apologize for that. I should have done something, said something to make sure you weren't sent out there. Forgive me. Now what have I told you about calling me that? You know that isn't my true name. No excuses. You and I are alone. There is no need for you to be so hesitant about using my true name. You've known it for years. Why does it scare you so much? Because I've changed. I haven't changed at all. In fact, I'm still the same person I was when I created the Shadowfold. You know this. You just hope it isn't true. All that's changed is how much you know about me. All that's changed is your perception of me because of the things that I've done, as my perception of you changed. But I assure you, I haven't changed. I'm still the boy you used to play with. I'm still the friend you grew up with. And I am still the man you love. Aren't I? I thought so. Do I still love you? I wouldn't be telling you all of this if I didn't. I want you to understand your power. I want you to understand why you belong here. You might not be like us, but you are our equal, and you do belong here. Now come with me. I need to show you this before you change your mind. I don't think you should change your mind, but I do worry that you might. Because what I'm about to show you is something that only Bagran I know about. Something that doesn't exactly belong here. Something that doesn't even belong in this world. Yes, that's precisely what I'm referring to. The same magic that created the Fold. The same abomination that created the Volcra. Merzost. No, I won't be demonstrating it for you. I will be showing you someone else's work with it. Work that created your power. Work that gave you a place in the little palace, whether or not you agree. Do you see these notebooks? They belonged to the bonesmith, Sankt Ilya. You've heard the stories of him. I don't doubt it, but I doubt you've heard the full truth. He was real. He was a Grisha fabricator. However, he was tempering with Merzost in order to create other powerful Grisha like him. Why would he do this? Do you understand just how lonely I was before I met you? I've told you countless times. I was always different from the other Grisha. They were afraid of me. And the Otkazatsia feared me even more than they do other Grisha. I was completely alone, with only my mother for comfort, and even she turned her back on me when I created the Fold. But then you came. You walked into my life. You gave me a friend. You gave me hope for the future. And with your fingers around my wrist, you give me power unlike any other. Power that I can use to protect our country. How does Ilya's story apply to your life and your power? You've heard the stories of Morozova's stag, haven't you? And the stories of the sea whip being spotted along the Bone Road? How about the legends of the Firebird? Morozova's stag is real. It is one of Morozova's 3 amplifiers that he created using Merzost. He created them in order to create more powerful Grisha who were like him, who could manipulate things beyond their order, manipulate anything with the power of the making at the heart of the world. The stag and the sea whip were created intentionally, but the Firebird, he meant to turn the Firebird into an amplifier as well, kill it, and bring it back to life with Merzost, infusing it with power that a Grisha could use. However, something stopped him. Do you know what that was? His daughter. His daughter had been injured. She was brought to the point of almost being dead. In fact, from what I understand, she did die. And he brought her back. She became an amplifier. She became the Firebird. Her descendants carried her power within their blood as well. No, you are not related to her. You see, little Firebird, You were created by someone else, though you might not remember. Why wouldn't you? Because I made sure you wouldn't. You know what I am talking about. Little Firebird, I have lived for centuries. However, you and I grew up together. Have you ever wondered why you are ageless? Why you have survived for so long when you're not even Grisha? It has nothing to do with your power. However, it is the reason you have that power in the first place. Do you remember that day when I told you that I could find a way to unite us forever? Do you remember that day? You thought that I was going to simply propose to you, that I was simply going to suggest that we spend the rest of your days together, forgetting that you would die, leaving me alone again. That day, I summoned the power of the cut, and I tore through your flesh. On that day, I revived you. I brought you back to life using the same power that my grandfather, Ilya Morozova, used. I used that power to turn you into an amplifier. However, unlike him, I found a way to keep you alive forever, for as long as my heart still beats. And that will be an eternity, my little Firebird. That is why you belong here. You belong here because you, just like all of the other Grisha, are tied to the making at the heart of the world. However, you cannot wield that power. You can only enhance someone else's connection to it. And I want you to help me enhance my power. I want you to stay by my side, just as you always said you would. And in return, I can give you the world. I can give you everything you have ever wanted. Love, eternity, peace in this country. I can give it all to you. But only if you help me.